Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Joining. So as of now, we have 90 participants, and I hope all the divisions are represented. As mentioned by ARD Teng, this is a very important meeting. Actually, I wasn't able to join our activity this morning on the ASEAN ASEAN activity. Also another information dissemination because PT before came to interview me about all of these errors in our learning materials. And yesterday, I spent half day waiting, answering, and then also being interviewed, no, again by two radio stations, aside from answering messages from all around, as mentioned by ARD, and even last Friday. So I asked that this will be done so that as a team, no, we are going to do something about it, as we all know that these ones existed years back, even when we were still elementary. I could recall we were also part of the ones discriminating other IP groups, no? I can remember when I was elementary, I keep on singing the Negritos of the Mountain, what kind of food do you eat? And that is because that is in the book. And so, our notion of Negritos also is they eat only what is in the mountains, and then that they live in the mountains, no? So because that is our orientation, that is what we read in the book, that is what we believe, no, until such time that we were able to study. And that's the same with what is happening now with the Igorots, especially the Igorots. And while we debate on Igorot only is for Mountain Province and Benguet, but we have to understand, if you are outside Cordillera, no, they will look at all those IPs as the Igorot. So I hope Kalinga will not say hindi kami kasama diyan sa mga demeaning concepts na yan, or discriminating concepts na yan kasi hindi kami Igorot. Nako, you are included because that is how they see us. Let's say mga Ifugao, no? If you will read yung mga napopost or what, it's actually sometimes they see it in the places where they visit. So it's not supposed to be an issue of hindi naman ako ay gurot so hindi kasama diyan, no? It's an issue of seeing to it that we are aware of the social context of what we write. And the primary reason I asked that this will be done, no, this meeting and in this orientation, is I will feel very very sorry, and I will not find any reason to explain or to justify if this will happen in the learning materials written in the Cordillera. So ayoko, sabi ko, Diyos ko, it should not happen in our region, because we know already what IPs are, what Igorots are, what Ifugaos are, no, and so on and so forth, no. And even if they have been using us as examples, wherein we are looked down, we should not use it. We should not do the same. Like using other IP group also and then putting them also in the text that we write. No, that is not how we should respond. No, we should still keep the respect and the kind of thinking taught to us by our elders. Haan nga jay, sige man, nagisurat kami mat, tapno ibalas tayo man, ta ikabil tayo mat nga, the itas or the, anya, dagita, the do mga IP groups or even not IPs, o dagita Bisaya, kakastoy matibalayda, baka ganun din. No, we are not supposed to be doing that. So we have to see to it that when we do the quality assurance, it's not only looking into the social context referring to us, the Igorots or those in the Cordillerans, but even other areas in the Philippines. So I asked, no, it's not easy. When I was asked a while ago, what is the sanction to be given to this teacher who wrote about the Igorots? Is there, don't you have a policy, no, to also punish, mga ganon. And then I said, you know what, no, while we have these policies, no, we have these DepEd orders, and then we are also covered by the Republic Act on Indigenous Peoples, wherein it is not good or it is prohibited for us to be writing. Let us consider mitigating circumstances. Na yung sinabi nga ni ARD, ang isang mitigating circumstances dyan, we as teachers who are not prepared to write learning activity sheets or even SLM, which hindi natin dapat ginawa. And then, we did not really take quality assurance as something which is a serious responsibility. No? Kaya nakaganon. And this should have awakened us. Actually, this is a wake-up call. No? This is lesson learned. No? So, kahit pati ako, nababash ako, no? Pero hindi ko sinasagot, hayaan mo sila. No? Kasi ano daw ang ginagawa ko, bakit ngayon lang daw ako nag-aak? Sabi ko, ngayon lang naman ako nandito na director at ngayon lang naman lumabas ang mga ganyan. So if I do not say something, sasabihin ninyo, anong ginagawa mo if I say something? Bakit ngayon ka lang nag-respond or nag-act, no? So mga ganun ang social media. So sometimes ang technique na lang dyan kung minsan wag nating basahin. Although we can there are also good suggestions there which I'm going to mention also. So this is very critical. First is yung sinabi nga, who are these writers? Who are these teachers whom we assign? And if we assign them to develop or to make a module, do we give them enough time? Do we give them technical assistance? Or do we rush them? No? Siyempre, if we rush them, if we do not really choose, if we will not prepare them, makakamali talaga sila. No? And then second, who are these quality assurers? Sino itong mga team who do quality assuring? So ito na dapat, no? That's why I asked that it's not only the EPS who will be involved, pati yung mga PSDS, dapat involved sila. Ang suggestion ko is all will have to be given a work assignment. For example, si PSDS o ano ba ang expertise mo? Hindi assign mo, doon basahin lahat yan para page by page babasahin talaga. No? Assign somebody, of course, to a learning area, no, na hindi niya gamay. Kasi may nag-text na naman sa akin, sabi niya, hindi lang sa edukasyon, ESP, edukasyon sa pagkakatao, pati daw sa araling panlipunan, parang hindi raw siya na-proofread. Marami daw mali. So sabi ko, please send me kung anong module ba yan na sinulat dito sa CAR na may mga mali. So I asked the ASDS or attending this, no, kindly see to it that you really form a team and then identify their role, ano ba yung dapat nilang equality assure so that we can pinpoint kung sino ba yung hindi ginawa yung assignment niya, no? So dapat yung who does what. So ito bang mga PSDS, ano yung binigyan yung assignment? Para kung may kung wari may nakalusot, sila ang sasagot. Hindi lahat ay sasagot, no? And then at least there's a sense now of accountability. Doon sa DepEd, doon sa regional memorandum which we have given, nakalagay talaga dyan, no, that those who will not be doing their work, no, in case, no, there will be some lapses, then you will have to be held accountable for that. And yes, we have to be, no, we have to be accountable, no. Hindi pwedeng si regional director lang ang magiging accountable. Before me, it should be you. No? So kindly, no, I ask you, no, I am appealing, kindly take this seriously. Quality assuring of this self-learning module or learning activity sheets. And also emphasize to the teachers that if they see something which is not correct, hana jay, ay sayang daytoy, na-print mi pa yan, sayang jay haan. No, amuyon nga adati mistake, then retrieve right away. No? Kasi the damage that will be done by that learning material with error is more than the amount spent for that material sa printing. So no nakita yo dagitoy yan right away ibigayo. I-retrieve tayo dagitoy kasi adati mali. No, in case man nga adati nakalusot. Now, in case we have printed a self-learning module developed by other regions at nakita rin natin na may mali, again, we have to retrieve, we have to see to it that you give us the information. Kasi hindi namin makikita lahat yan, no? So, we really have to help each other. Now, going back to the IP and education, this will be my suggestion, and I hope you will discuss this in your own division. We have this amount, but I'm planning that we will use it instead, no? Kasi wala naman tayong mga activities, kasi ang ginagawa natin doon is IPED Congress. So sino yung mga kino-congress natin? Sino ti lecturean tayo? O, datayo matlang nga taga Cordillera, datayo matlang nga igurot. Nga akin ammo, dagito'y kultura tayo ken custom sayo. So now we will do another strategy. We are coming up with materials like a coffee table book, which will now be distributed to areas nga amuti about IPs, so that hopefully they will use it. And then I asked, no, through the central office, through the secretary, I asked that this will be used by the other regions so that they will know more about us in the different indigenous peoples in the Cordilleras, lalo na yung igurot. Kasi paulit-ulit nga igurot ti term nga usarenda, no? And so we will be needing your help. It's not easy to make a coffee table book, no? Because we will first start siguro with kayo, no? We need your suggestions. Ano ba yung una nating ilalagay diyan, no? So that it will be known. And aside from that, here in CAR, sabi ko nga kanina kay Carmel, the CLMD chief, when we were conducting training here in the Cordillera, we only consider yung mga schools with yung mga 100% IP, mga ganyan kasi sa Region 2 eh. Sila lang yung nandun sa seminar na yan. So yung mga wala, they are not involved. So how will they know? So here, we will also see baka adati group, especially Baguio City. There may be some teachers, or even Benguet, or even in your areas. There might be some teachers who are non-IPs and they really do not know about the culture. I-train nyo lang isuda, i-seminar yung isuda about this and that. No? Or maybe from Abra, ngam ti amuda lang kat about Tindians, no, but not about other indigenous peoples, then isuti pa training tayo kinyada, isuti pa orient tayo kinyada, so that we will know each other's culture. Because who knows, there may be writers, especially kunwari nga Baguio, there may be writers nga Baguio who are from the lowlands or who grew up in the lowlands, nakataon, ang ginamit nilang libro, yung nagsasabi ng tungkol sa igurot, so when he writes also without referring to really the igurots, isumati isurat na ijay or isuti isuro na ijay classroom. So we have to look into these possibilities, strategies, hopefully to stop. Kasi this has been there year in, year out, adadagitoy. And maybe because nakurang tayo ti IEC, no, on our culture as well as customs and traditions. And lastly, tayo na rin. I don't know if in case you are in a training or if you have an opportunity to explain about who we are, you do it. I can remember, kunwari sa Region 2, ARD10 knows about this. There is a community there, no, where we went, no, ako, and I was looking for the bukkalots. Because they say that that's the area of the bukkalots, no? And wala namang nagsasalita. They all speak Tagalog. And then I asked, sabi nyo, ito yung mga indigenous peoples dito. But you know what? They refuse to speak their dialect. Why? Because they are being bullied if they speak their dialect. So they do not even like to be known as Bukalots. No? So, kunak, baka matpatida tayo, we do not like to be known as Igorots, or we are even ashamed to speak our own language when you are with people from the lowlands or when you are in other areas. So also, if we have the opportunity to educate people within our circle during trainings or whatever activity, then we also do it. Right now, binabash talaga ang DepEd, no? Mayroon uli isang letter, no? Which I am reading, and then it's again challenging us in the department. Sabi nga niya dito I would like to share, no? This will be my so that you will know kung ano yung mga binabasa ko na hindi lang ako dapat yung nakakabasa. I'd like to share this. Yan. And they are writing to Ma'am Liling, no? So they are writing to the secretary. Sabi dito is from Igorots all over the world. To Honorable Leonor Magtolis Briones, Secretary, the Department of Education, Republic of the Philippines. Dear Secretary Briones, greetings from the membership of the Igorot Global Organization. So this is from the outside, no? Because when they are outside, the BIVAC Igorot group consists of the Old Mountain provinces, Adati Kalinga, Ifugao, and all. So they call themselves the Igorot group there. And they said, we ask you to honor your mission. Oh, so this is also addressed to us. Ito kasi yung nakalagay sa mission natin, to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. No? Teachers facilitate learning, no? And so on and so forth. But what I would like to mention, sabi nila, there have been grave violations to this mission. Included in this, ang dami nilang sinight dito. So, in case you know or you have seen this, pakisabi nga, paki-identify nila yung source. Kunwari ito, yung si St. Matthew's Publishing, na-identify nila. Yung iba, hindi na-identify. And then, lalo na itong recent, again, about the Igorot House, na ano ba? Bahay ng langgam ba? O bahay ng ano na naman yung sinasabi doon. And then, so mahaba ito. Pero gusto kong ito. I'll go to this. These anti-indigenous sentiments have followed us well beyond the Cordilleras. We face these sentiments by other Filipinos in the United States, in Canada, and so on and so forth. We cannot stand idle as our own children read derogatory statement about themselves in classrooms meant to educate, fortify, and strengthen their learning. We cannot allow the entire country's future generations to view indigenous peoples as other, as less than. We demand these derogatory modules be immediately pulled from all curriculum and this text discontinued. We demand DepEd to work closely with other indigenous educators to ensure curriculum that benefits all people of and from the Philippines. So we cannot move forward as a people until we eradicate all forms of discrimination and oppression. So to this end, we look forward to your favorable and expedient action on this matter. So, ibibigay nila ito kay Secretary, aside from the letter of our Congressman Dalog, aside from the statement of Congressman Yap, and aside from the hearing to be called by Congressman Mangawang. So, we expect that we will be challenged by all of this. Tatanungin talaga tayo, ano bang ginagawa natin? Ano ang gagawin natin? And I hope, in the sharing, as ARD said, I will also listen I hope you are going to give us strategies which we are going to look into, and that is where we will be using our fund under IPED sa ngayon, no? We put this as a priority on the correct information and then checking of all of these materials. I need you to rally behind me for this purpose because this is us. We long for autonomy, but unless we check all of this, then baka yung autonomy ninanasa natin hindi pa darating kasi we cannot even give the correct information, we cannot even check the learner materials that we give to our learners. So with this, no, I thank you for your participation in this webinar. Salamat. Thank you very much.